Welcome to Detroit Lions News. I'm your host, Joe Chap, and today we are going to be doing a mock draft. If you're on the podcast, don't worry. I'll put a link in the description below for the YouTube video to watch this masterpiece that I'm going to try to reflect for the Detroit Lions mock draft 3.0 for the Detroit Lions News podcast. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share the screen, and if you're on YouTube, you're seeing nothing right now, but you are going to see something right now. The Lions, we're obviously going to pick with the Lions. We're not going to play with any of the settings. We are going to draft 7 rounds, and I am going to make trades. And the first trade I'm going to make, I'm going to go to Arizona. I'm going to offer the 6th pick. I'm going to offer the 55th pick. Let's see if they accept it. They accepted it. So we got the 3rd pick overall for the 6th pick. And the 55th pick that we owned, the 55th pick was from Minnesota. The 6th pick was from LA, and we are getting Arizona's pick. We're going to start the draft. Right off the hop, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, boom, boom. Like I thought it was going to happen. And we're going to draft Will Anderson. Screw it. We're going with the best player, I think, and we're going to pair him with Aiden Hutchinson and make it a legit 1-2 combo. But I'm not done. We're going Calais Cansey at 18 for the Detroit Lions. We made a trade. We bolstered this defensive line. Good luck, quarterbacks that are playing the Detroit Lions. You are in for a total freaking nightmare of a day. We're checking for trades. We have the Dolphins. We have the Dallas Cowboys. We have the Denver Broncos. We have the San Francisco 49ers. I'm going to trade back with the Miami Dolphins. Give me the 51st pick. The 84th pick. Nope. It's not going to work. Okay, let's go Dallas Cowboys. See, 58, 90. We're going to give them 48. So I tried to trade back with the Dolphins. They don't have a lot of picks. So I went back and I traded with the Dallas Cowboys. I traded back to 58. Let's see who's on the board right now. There's no one really on the board that I like. You know what? I'm going to nix the trade. I'm going to go Steve Avila. I think because obviously, if you heard earlier in the podcast, if you're listening on YouTube, earlier in the podcast I was talking about, the potential of not paying Jonah Jackson. We're gonna look at interior offensive linemen, and see if I can get any guys later. You know what? I'm gonna make that trade. I'm really gonna make that trade. So I'm gonna go 58 for 48 and 90. Let's see if I can get something else too. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna go 48 for 58 and 90. I'm gonna drop 10 spots. I'm gonna gain a draft pick back from the trade that I made for Will Anderson, and let's see what we get. So it was accepted. I did get 2 draft picks in return for the 48th pick. We're gonna resume the draft, see who falls to us at 58, and it's just like this board has been playing out just like I wanted. I know we need a linebacker. I'm fully aware of that, but we need a guard for the future. Obviously, Jonah Jackson, he's going to be needing the contract. You're gonna have to pay Penei Sewell. So I'm gonna go Steve Avila at 58, and we're gonna draft a TCU guard, and that's gonna be a really good pick for the Detroit Lions. We're going down the path. We pick at 81. This is where it gets interesting. There's trades on the board. I'm not really interested in trading back anymore. I'm going to look for a linebacker because I think we do need a linebacker. I'm going to grab Dorian Williams, the linebacker from Tulane. We talked about it in the last podcast. I think Dorian Williams is going to be a steal of a draft pick. I like the way he plays. He's a tremendous player. I see Noah Sewell's on the board, so let's see if we can look at other positions of need for the Detroit Lions. I'm not big on Kayshon Boutte. Not big on that. Let's see, tight end. Schoonmaker's on the board. There's not much that I'm really excited about. Oh no. So we're just gonna go with linebacker. We're gonna go with linebacker. I keep looking at other positions, but let's see. Yeah, I'm not really. The board really isn't showing me anything great. So I'm gonna go Dorian Williams at 81, and I'm gonna pick him. Luke Schoonmaker went right afterwards, so I'm glad. I was hoping we can get him, but that's not gonna happen. At pick 90, this was a trade from Dallas. We're gonna look at tight end. Davis Allen is there. He's ranked pretty low. I'm not really happy about that. There's some guys down there that there's some chances that you can take. I'm not going to do that. The best on the board is Tanner McKee, 37. He's ranked 37th. His average draft position is 71. We got Anthony Johnson. We got Javavius Hodges Tomlinson. Oof, this is gonna be this is tough right here because there's a lot of players on the board that I'm not really happy to go after. Um, let's see. Okay, if you're listening on the podcast, sorry, I'm trying to do this and talk to and the people on YouTube. They're seeing it. I'm going through what I'm trying to figure out. Um, let's go with Tanner McKee. Let's go see the quarterbacks that we have on the board right now. DTR is on the board. I think I can get him later, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Cornerback. So Hodges Tomlinson, he's a shorter guy. Obviously, you look at him and he's a 5'8" corner, 178. He's one of the shortest quarterback corners that you will ever see, measuring at 5'7". He's not that big, but he plays he plays good football, and I like him a lot. So we're gonna go Hodges Tomlinson at 90, and we're gonna draft him. So we're just letting the board fall to us. Obviously, the Detroit Lions aren't going to be picking in the 4th round, so this is going to be interesting. Our next pick is 152, so hopefully we can get someone on the board that will draft. We'll hit the right draft pick. We have 3 remaining picks left. Anthony Johnson's on the board. Jake Hayner's on the board. Stetson Bennett's on the board. This is going to be interesting. Let's go running back, see who is available. There's no one really available that I'm really happy about. Wide receiver, let's see. I'm not happy about those guys. I do like Charlie Jones, so I'm not gonna lie. Tight end, let's see who's available. I like Josh Wiley. He's a bigger tight end. If you're seeing it, last year he had 12 games played. He caught 32 balls, was targeted 51 times, had 3 touchdowns. Not really the production I like. Let's see who's the best on the board. We have Corey Trice, Juice Spriggs, Ivan Pace, Jose Ramirez, the kid from Eastern. I do like Davis Allen, but I'm not really privied. I don't know if I like that pick enough. I think James Mitchell will do a good enough job next year. So I'm not really worried about that. Just keep going through the board, seeing who's available. You know what? I'm going to double down on corner. I love this kid. I think he's a really good player. Cornerback Corey Trice. He's a pretty good player. Just a really solid player. He's got some size, 6'3", 206, and as you see on the Pro Football Focus, if you're looking on YouTube, but if you're on the audio, I'll read it out for you. Trice is built like a linebacker who got kicked out to be a cornerback. He beats up opposing receivers in press coverage, allowing only 1 catch on 88 press snaps this season. We are going to draft him because I think this is a total steal. He fell to us, and we're going to keep him. Look, we drafted 2 corners. We got better. We're picking at 183. Let's look at the cornerbacks on the board. See if there's any trades that could be available. The Washington Commanders are interested. The Denver Broncos are interested. We're going to look if the 193, just give us 215 and 230. Just give us, look at 183. So I'm looking to trade 183 to get drop down 10 spots, but I gain an extra draft pick. I'm doing this because I want to get as much as I can for the Detroit Lions. Obviously, we drafted 2 corners. We drafted a linebacker. We drafted a defensive tackle. We drafted an edge. We went a lot of defense. I'm looking to get more offense, so the trade has been accepted, and we're gonna go on. We dropped 10 picks, and we're gonna be picking back to back now, 193, 194, and we got another pick after that. So we're gonna be in a good shape. Quarterback, Stetson Bennett's available. Aiden O'Connell is available. I am going to go with Aiden. Aiden O'Connell, he's a good player. I like him a lot. 6'3", he's pretty good. I like Malik Cunningham too. Stetson Bennett, he's a little bit smaller. Clayton Tune is he's a bigger guy. I'm going to go Aiden O'Connell. I really like this pick, and I think that it could really match up well for the Detroit Lions. Anthony Johnson has followed us, and he switched from corner to safety last year. And I don't know how he's fell this far, but we are going to draft him at 194. And with the 233 pick, I'm just going to be honest. I think I'm going to go kicker. I'm going to go and I'm going to get a kicker that I think is going to be the long-term option. So we go to special teams. Jake Moody is on the board. Chad Ryland is on the board. We are going to go Jake Moody at 233. So just all together, we've had a great draft, in my opinion. And they're grading the draft right now, so we'll see what we're going to get. They're trying to sell me something. No. So they're grading my draft. Okay, so they gave me a C for the trade because I gave up the 55th pick for third pick. So they gave me. I got Will Anderson. I got Calijah Kancey. I got Steve Avila. I got Dorian Williams, who they gave me a C on. They gave me a B for Tre'Davious Hodges-Tomlinson, Corey Trice, Aiden O'Connell, and Anthony Johnson Jr. I traded back, and I got more picks. For my draft. This is an overall grade of This has been an overall grade of an A. And I'm saving this to my thing, but it's what a great draft this was. And I think I really did a good job of getting what we needed. Obviously, I love the pick of Calijah Kancey. I love the pick of Will Anderson. So if you're listening on the podcast, I went Will Anderson. I traded up to 3. I gave him the 6th pick and the 55th pick. I took Will Anderson. I took Calijah Kancey, the guard from TCU, Steve Avila, Dorian Williams, Tre'Davious Hodges-Tomlinson at 90, Corey Trice, Aiden O'Connell, Anthony Johnson, and Jake Moody, all on the board. So if you liked this mock draft, let me know in the comments below on YouTube. And if you're listening on the audio version, I'm sorry if I wasn't descriptive enough, but we definitely got the guy that we wanted. And I think this will be a good one for you guys out there. We will see you in the next one as soon as we'll see you in the next podcast, Detroit Lions News Podcast. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our podcast. You'll get more Detroit Lions news stuff. And if you are on the video YouTube, on the podcast, go search up the YouTube and subscribe there too. We will see you on the next Detroit Lions News Podcast.